Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. So today we're going to do just a really quick recipe. Since it's fall, it's pumpkin spice season. Everybody loves pumpkin spice. It doesn't even need to be fall to enjoy pumpkin spice. But you know what? I feel like at this point we're probably allowed, it's socially acceptable to do so. So, I love everything pumpkin spice. I'm going to be making a brown butter pumpkin syrup. It's really delicious. It goes great in like coffee. It goes great in oatmeal. I put it in like overnight oats. You can like dip crackers in it and like graham crackers, and it's really, really good. What I really like about this recipe is that everything that's in it. It actually has real pumpkin in it, unlike the Starbucks syrup. It's like there's pumpkin spiced, which has just like spices, but what you really want is like the pumpkin-y flavor, so this really has it. The key to this recipe is the pumpkin spice mixture, and what I like about making my own is I can kind of tailor my spice flavor to meet my preference. So I'll put the ingredients down below, but basically this pumpkin spice mixture is half a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then a half a teaspoon of ground ginger. I have cardamom in here. I have some cloves. You can also just use pumpkin spice mix as well, and that kind of has everything in there. But then I really like the cardamom flavor, so whatever you do, I recommend adding in at least a half of a teaspoon of cardamom to your spices. It's really, really good. So then the other ingredients that I have is it's going to require a cup of water. I have half of a cup of white sugar and brown sugar, either light or dark. I'm using light here, but either one will be fine. I've got 3 tablespoons of pumpkin puree, and then I've got half of a stick or a quarter of a cup of butter. So again, guys, in my pot here, I have half a cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, and I'm gonna add in my 1 cup of water. Basically a simple syrup, which is a 1-to-1 ratio of sugar and water, except half of the sugar is replaced with brown sugar. So I'm gonna mix this all up, dissolve it into the water, and then just kind of cook it down until it's mostly dissolved and slightly reduced. Alright, so it was at a high boil for, I would say, maybe just like a minute or two. Again, you don't want to get it reduced too much because it might turn like too thick. So it's nice and combined, so I'm going to go ahead and pour it out. Alright, so step 2 is I'm going to brown my butter. In here I've got my half of a stick of butter set over a medium heat. Melt the butter and then gently kind of start to brown it. If you've never browned butter before, it happens pretty quickly. We're basically just kind of browning the milk solids in the butter, and it kind of goes from the perfect nutty brown to maybe like a little over and a little on the black side pretty quickly, so you really have to watch it and you can't leave it alone. Got my butter melted here, medium heat again. I do recommend using a stainless steel pot or a pan, something where you can see the bottom. If you use non-stick where it's coated and it's black, it's harder to see when you have the right brown color on your butter. So I have everything nearby because, again, it happens really quickly, and I want to have everything ready so that I can kind of put it in so that my butter doesn't get too over browned. As soon as my butter gets the right color, I'm going to add in my spices and kind of toast them up a little bit. You can already see a little bit of browning at the bottom there. See the nice sort of browning that's starting to happen? That's perfect. see the solids are starting to turn kind of brown right here, so I'm going to take it off of the heat because they'll still continue to brown just a little bit. I'm going to add in my spices. Also going to add in my pumpkin. And that residual heat from the butter is kind of cooking the pumpkin down a little bit. I'm going to switch to a spatula or a whisk. Just briefly cooking the pumpkin in here so that it's not super raw. Okay, and then I'm going to add my syrup back in. And then I'm just going to heat everything together over kind of just a low heat to bring everything together. Alright, so once this kind of simmers for a few seconds, I'm going to strain it out because as you can see, some of the larger cardamom pieces and just sort of chunky bits from the spices, I want to strain those out, so I'm going to strain them out. And then I'm going to pour it into a container and let it cool down. Alright, and that is it, you guys. So I went ahead and poured my syrup into this squeeze bottle. I like to keep it in a squeeze bottle with a little lid because it has such a high kind of butter content that as it kind of sits and cools, sometimes the butter starts to separate from the solids. And so I like to keep it in a bottle with a lid so that I can kind of just shake it up before I put it on whatever I use it in. So like I said, it tastes really good in oatmeal and coffee. Obviously coffee because it tastes really good in everything. Pumpkin spice tastes good in coffee. But you could put it in like hot chocolate, on pancakes. Like you can do anything with this. Really great. I do store it in the fridge because it has a lot of fresh ingredients like that pumpkin and of course the butter. So yeah, give it a try, you guys. Let me know how you like it. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time.